Hi everyone, my name is Richard. In this video we are going to be looking at how to build a WhatsApp emoji interaction component. This video is going to be split into two parts. The first part is where we learn how to build out this component, and the second part is how we make this component come alive by using Smart Animate. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so on Figma here, I have a set of icons that we are going to be using for this. And then I also have this icon button and then the more icon that we are going to be using for this. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to build the collection of the emojis with the plus icon at the very right. And then afterwards, we move to the next step where we try to animate it to see that this icon component comes alive, and then we are able to track each of the selected states. Okay, so what I will then do now is to drag this down. Okay, with this selected, Shift A, set the paddings to 8, corner radius should be 24. Corner smoothing, just push this to 100. Okay, and then the fill here should be E. Okay, with this selected, with my Alt pressed on my keyboard, I just duplicated that real quick. So for this, I'm going to remove the field. I'm going to call this default, and I'm going to call this over. Okay, so with this selected, I'm going to make a component set of this, and I'm going to call this icon So the next thing is to create the icon collection. So I'm just going to drag this outside of this component to create an instance of this, and then Shift A, fill, and make 5 duplicates, 2 more. I'm going to copy the plus icon with this frame selected, paste in there. So the next thing I want to do is to remove the space between, and then instead of 10, change the padding left and top to 8, corner radius let's say 32. I think we're fine. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is to automatically change the emojis so that we have different emojis right here. Okay, so with this selected, I'm going to come over here, pick this. By the way, if you need this emoji icons collection, just check on the description of this video and you have a link that points you to a free resource where you can add this to your Figma icons library. So the next thing is to pick a sad. Next one is this, and then let's see. Okay, all right, so the next thing is to bring in our icon button here. Okay, so with our icon button selected, what we can quickly do is to make a group of this. So I can call this my icon collection or emoji collection. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Space between here, I think 8 is fine. Okay, so with this selected, I'm going to frame selection and then call this reaction component. Okay, all right, so quickly we need to set the interaction between this. So I'm going to go over to my prototype mode here, and from on click we're going to switch it to while hovering, and then animation is set to smart animate, ease out 300 milliseconds, which is fine. Okay, so I think the next thing we want to do is to create different instances of this component right here. But let's quickly see if this is working as it should. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this in here, reduce my artboard a little bit. Okay, just to see if it's okay. So this is the first step. This is actually the first step. So the next step is to create different instances so that we can track the state of a particular emoji when it's clicked. Okay, and then we are going to be doing this with smart animate. Right, so I'm just going to increase this artboard environment right here. With this selected, this is going to be the default one. Okay, and then we are going to have another one. Okay, so this is going to be more like when a single emoji is selected. Okay, so what I'm going to do also is to have a duplicate here, but on this duplicate we are going to have the icon, the emoji collection hidden, so that we just have only the icon button. This way, once we click on this, we want to reveal this icon emoji collection at the top here. Okay, so for now I think I'll just delete this, so just to keep things straightforward. Okay, so what I would do is to make this a component set. Okay, so the idea is when I click on this, we want to review this. Okay, so I'll bring back the icon collection group. So what I will do is to press K on my keyboard, reduce this significantly, okay, and then drag all the way down to behind this icon right here. Okay, so select the icon button, bring it to the top, set that to the bottom. With my icon collection selected here, I'm going to set the fill, the appearance opacity here to 0. So this way we want to review as we auto animate to this component. Okay, so we're going to call this default, and then we're going to call this reviewed. Right? Okay, so but this is going to be for the very first instance, right? So we might need to have, or we are going to have to replicate this same action for each one of them. I mean each one of the emojis. This way we can track their selected state. Okay, so on my prototype mode here, I drag to this. I think I need to select this button here. So on click of this button, what I want to do is to auto animate to this one up here. So smart animate, I think I will set this to okay, gentle, I think it's fine. Gentle looks good. Okay, and then if the user click on this, we also want to animate back here. Okay, so the next thing is to make instances of this to bring it here. Okay, so this is going to be very confusing, but I will do this last step and then explain. Afterwards, I'm going to rush through the entire emoji states. Okay, so but primarily what we want to now achieve is to set this to be active, or default state to be hovered. Normally we should have selected. If we want to, let's quickly just add that. So let's call this selected. Okay, so on selected, we just want the field to be fixed, right? So what we'll do here is to set this to selected. Okay, so by default we want this emoji to be selected when the user click on this at the very first instance. So our prototype mode here is going to be dragged to this. So auto animate gentle is fine. Curve is set to gentle, duration is 800 milliseconds. Okay, and then what we want also is to make another variant for the next emoji. Okay, and then another one more variant. Okay, actually 3 more. So we have for this, we have now for this, we have now for this, and then we want to do for this, and then one more for this. So here's the fun part. So with this selected, we want to bring the user over here. So once the user click on this button and this is revealed, we want to show that this was what the user previously clicked or tapped. Okay, so we are going to do this for each one of these emojis. Okay, set this to selected, and then this should set to default. So for this should be set to selected, it should be set to default, selected, forward, selected, forward. Okay, so on this, we want it to come over here, the second one. For the third one, we take to the third one, the fourth, down to the fourth, on click, small animate, cool, the fifth, down to the fifth. Okay, so when this is clicked, we also want to return the user back here, but when this is clicked, the second one, take the user to the second one, and then the third is set to take the user to the third, fourth to the fourth, fifth to the fifth. Okay, all right, so the next thing we want to do is the same thing. If this is clicked, the first, take to the first, second, take to the second, third, take to the third, fourth, take to the fourth, fifth, take to the fifth. Okay, so do the same thing over here. First, take to the first, second to the second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so more to go. Okay, alright, first, second to the second one, to the third, fourth to the fourth, and fifth to the fifth. Alright, one more. So the first, drag all the way here. Second, drag all the way here. Third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so I think this is pretty much it. So I'll just bring out an outboard here. So the next thing we'll do is to test this out. Copy this, paste, Alt V, Alt H, just to center this on my frame. Okay, so let's hope this is good. Yeah, it works, but we need to do one more thing. There should be a border around this. So with this selected, I hold my shift on my keyboard here, so I select each one of these. So the next thing I'll do is to add a stroke. stroke color EEE. All right. Okay, so let's see this in action. Yeah, so as you can see, each one of these is serving the hover effect, and when I select this, it shows that this is selected, and when I select this, it shows that this is selected, and then this. So we have come to the end of this video. Do me a favor, make yours, and let's see how yours is going to look like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.